Welcome to Kipoerneke's Corner. I am stuck on two different screens here. There we go. All right, so I am in EverQuest 2. I'm going to get onto the Origin server as Kipoerneke, and I think that one of my guildmates is in which case I'll be going and playing with him. Let's see. I think that fixed it, right? All on the same page now, perhaps. Make sure here one more thing looks like. Okay, there we go. I think I'm all set up now, possibly. All right, let's see. I'm over in Nektulos Forest. I was hunting some of these pirates over here. Yeah, deckhands. That's what I was looking for. So, all right, I need 6 more of the deckhands. Looks like Gerum is in Antonica. I will say hello. There we go. And then let's go see if we can find some more of those deckhands around. None on track. But we're going to come this way and see if there's any on this other side of the world. Invite Gerum to the group. I'll see if anyone else is on. Nope, that's it for now. So, okay. Don't know here. We'll come check. I don't think there'll be any deckhands over here, but you never know. If there are not, then I ought to go and clear those. There is one. Okay, cool. Definitely need to clear all the guys out of these areas here to try to spawn more. But I also think that I better move the group window down to be in line with my character's health and power, so that I can find it. And you know what? If you're going to do that, I better move this down as well. There we go. That's more like it. All right. Okay. Got there. I don't know what Gerum might want to do, but I can probably figure out something. Maybe somewhere that we both need. Let's check and see. We can go to the quest. We can go to group quests, and then we can look at shared. Okay, looks like he needs Death Fist Citadel, which is a whole thing. Nektropos Castle, also a whole thing. We both have something in North Kinos. There's Runny Eye. Runny Eye is a little low for us, but we can do it. Just a little bit in the Furet, not much. It looks like a lot of what we have to do that we share on are the dungeon type quests, like I said, Nektropos Castle or Running Eye. Nektropos Castle is an instance. Running Eye is a dungeon. So let's see. I'll ask him what he wants to do. I want to do. I don't know what Running Eye should be fine if I can type. It's a whole question. Tell you what. There we go. If he does, we can head that way very easily from here. And I do have room in my bags because I just cleared those a little bit before I came out there, so that'll be fine. See how it goes. I don't know if he's entirely there or not. It might be partially. Alright, let's see. We got this nearest captain here. And looks like one guy behind him left in this little area. Then we can head over to one of the other campgrounds, I guess we call it. Because they have a campfire. I think we could safely call it a campground. Alright. Nothing too exciting there. But there are 2 more areas over here that have the pirates. And of course, there are the pirates that wander around, but I think they're all just Nereus pirates. I don't know if there are any deckhands that wander. There might be. But primarily, they're just called Nereus pirates. Definitely, we don't have any more of the deckhands available right now, but figure we may as well clear them out anyway. Now, hey, once more, I'm streaming from my son's Cards and Comic shop, so if you hear background noise, that is because there is there's a magic tournament going on in the background. I decided not to play in it myself, but there are, there's a small group of people who are. And you might get kind of loud. I don't know. We'll see. You never know. Considering that I may as well kill this bandit over here as well. Even though, I don't know if he can spawn as a deckhand there. I kind of think maybe, though. So, we'll knock him out. Got this marauder here. Let's see if we can grab some more of these people. There's 2 more at least of these guys. Looks like 3. This is 1 in this tent there. There's another one in a tent over there. Looks like Gerum says sure to running eye, so I can head that direction in a moment. Now I'm going to try to remember that I have things like Pain Death and Escape on this character. I thought I had gotten in front of him. Looks like I didn't. Gerum said I don't think I've got any quests there, and then he says, let me check. Never mind, I do. Definitely does, because it's in the quest journal as such. I think there were actually 2 Nereus pirate captains in this group, interestingly. It's kind of strange. Feels like it doesn't make much sense to have 2 captains in the same group, right? Kind of weird. Same location, same campfire. But what do I know? I'm not a captain. I've never once sailed the 7 seas. Guess you might could say that I've sailed maybe 2 of the seas, just not very far. Alright, let's head back toward the docks, but by way of running by these campsites over here. Also, I'm going to fix something real fast on here. There we go. Okay, now. No repops on deckhands here. Let's try the other side. And you'll notice both of those are pirates. I don't know. It may be that some deckhands wander around out here. I just always see the pirates. Oh. Gerum doesn't remember how to get to Enchanted Lands. Nektropos. Wait. Yes, Nektropos. I second guessed it there for a second. I'm like, wait, is it Nek or is it Thundering Steps? It's definitely Nek. Looks like he is in Antonica right now. I think I'll go over there, and I felt like I have a quest to turn in there. I'm not sure. At the Thundering Steps? Maybe not. I think so. So let's uncheck this. And then run by the mender, get some mending done. Basically, every time you run by a mender, you should mend when you're here. Thundering Steps dock was right there. So we'll hop over there and See if I have any quests there to turn in. Lockhart says, hello, was wondering where you put your AA points at. I wouldn't go with my my personal choices on that. Where have I put my AA points? Have I used my AA? It looks like I did. Okay, it looks like I went strength and intelligence. I'm telling him, I put mine in strength and intelligence, but I wouldn't necessarily recommend following my advice. I also haven't put a number of things down. So there's that. Alright, so the only thing I actually have here is collecting 18 globes of ectoplasm from the warlock orbs. Now the warlock orbs are not very close to where I'm at. They're down south of me. And oh, Lockhart says he what is that? Huh. I'm uncertain. What are we saying here? Maybe he's saying, why is that? Why is that? Well, because I have no idea what I'm doing, that's why. As for this, it looks like the swashbuckler achievements that must have. I feel like those came out with the Rise of Kunark, right? And I haven't really played since then, so I don't really have any good answers on that one. Well, trying to think. I feel like there was something that I was planning to do in the Thundering Steppes. Felt like it was something that I had been collected to do last time I was here, and that I should have done. But while I'm here, I'm going to show you where the scrying stone salesman was. I told you about the rainbow lights. This dude right here, Litroyat, is the guy who sells the scrying stones. You can buy them for 18 silver a piece. Jones says, hello, how are you doing? I'm doing well, how are you doing? What is that? We're gonna go with, I hardly know what I'm doing. There we go. Alright, now. Trying desperately to remember what it was I needed to do in the Thundering Steppes. I had thought earlier, next time I'm in Thundering Steppes, I need to what, right? No idea. Lockhart says, oh well, you sound like me. Right. That is correct. Alright. I was thinking it was a quest. But what quest was it? None of these things are really jumping out at me. Let's go check on Quo, the Owl of Mara. If I can remember how to get to the Owl of Mara from here, that's another question. Is it on the other docks, perhaps? I think it might be. It might be on Nektropos docks. So, I'll head back over there. Forget about what I was doing here. Who needs it? I'll surely remember at some point and can easily get back. So let's go to Nektropos and then we'll go to the Owl of Mara and see if Quo Ogren has his quest started here. Not sure. And how are you doing, Jones? I think it's interesting that it calls it the Isle of Mara on the, oh look, the Farsi's trading guy is here, nice. Calls it the Isle of Mara on the bell, but when you start loading in, it's immediately called the village of Shin. Alright, so Ensign Garrido says, well, hello there. You have a familiar look about you. I say I remember you from the far journey. My name is Kipoerneke. He says, oh yes, that's it. Nice to see you've turned out to be such a seasoned adventurer. I was so inspired by the heroism of the Forest Journey's crew that I decided to join the Farsea's trading company and explore the world with them. I say, I hope you can finally see over the side of the ship. He says, what's that? Oh yes, my mechanical light extenders. Well, Captain Ingrid usually stations me at the higher points of the ship so that I don't usually need them. She has me serve as lookout up in the crow's nest or sometimes hanging from a rope off the mainsail. I have to say, I much prefer being in the nest, especially during foul weather. I say, I imagine so. Do you enjoy serving with Ingrid? He says, oh yes. Ever since I boarded the Far Journey, I knew my destiny was to be at Captain Ingrid's side. She is the most wonderful, ladylike, intelligent, charming, wise, daring, heroic, beautiful. I say, okay, I get it. So you two are a couple? He says, sadly, no. The captain has made it clear that she does not share my affection. That's okay, because I have every confidence that she'll come around eventually. Fortunately for me, I have found another love here on the island. I say, one of the villagers? He says, yes, one of the lovely ladies of Shin. Now all I need to do is figure out which one. I say, what do you mean? He says, well, you see, each of the three main families has someone to whom I am drawn. Each has many admirable qualities, and all of them are head over heels for me. So it's tough to determine which of them would make the best mate. Say, Kipoerneke, perhaps you could help me decide. I say, how would I go about that exactly? He says, you can visit each one of them on my behalf and have a chat. Try to find out which one loves me the most and would therefore make the best companion. Perhaps you can bring a gift along to each as a token of my affection. What do you say? I say, I'm a romantic guy. I'll be glad to help. We accept the quest. He says, splendid news. I'll jot down their names and some suggested gifts they might enjoy. Do you want to hear more about these ladies, or would you rather just get to work? I say, please, tell me more about them. He says, Shirai is a member of the Nerwin family. She loves to stroll near the bridge just past the fields. My lovely Shirai is very fond of flowers. I say, what about the other two? He says, Lorena is part of the Venture clan. She enjoys sewing fine robes and gowns for formal occasions. A perfect gift to her would be some of the exotic silk that the Farsea's merchants have imported to the island. I say, and the final lady? He says, Aurelia is a daughter of the Ogren family. She is keenly intelligent, and her deft fingers are extremely skilled at fashioning exquisite jewelry. I once heard her say that she would love to craft a pendant made with a large pearl. I say, thank you for the details. I'll return when I have spoken to each of your love interests. Jones says, hello, how are you doing? I already read that one. Then he says, I'm doing great, thanks. Been playing some Fallout 76. You know, oddly enough, I've never played Fallout of any kind. Also, Gerum says, oh, visiting the village? I'm going to say, for a moment. And I better not pick up this other quest because Gerum will be waiting for me soon enough, probably. Maybe not, though. It looks like he's in Antonica. I wonder if he's taking the spires or the rings or something. The spires, right? Probably the spires. No, maybe not. Maybe making the run. I don't know if the spires are active. I'm sure they probably are. Well, okay. There's some degree of possibility that they are anyway. Spires may or may not be active. Alright, we're coming over here, and we're gonna run into the ground for a moment, and then make our way over to the pond up here. Because I want to find Quo and see if he's got anything for us. Looks like a no to me. It's a definitive no. There's not even a possibility of speaking to him. So, I think what that means is they don't have his quest yet in the game. Bugga Joy says he totally forgot about the spires. Yeah, the spires are helpful. You know, they activated last expansion, I think, and when the Inquisitor Faker came out, I believe that's when the spires activated. But that's okay. Give me a moment to run over here, and you know, actually, nope, he's not here. There is. Oh yes, okay, he is here. Never mind. I was gonna say there is a broker that shows up at some point, so I can just throw some of this randomly onto the broker. I'm not gonna price it or anything. I'm just gonna toss it on so that it's not in my bags. Any amount of it that I can. Let's see, weapons, I think, over here. Alright, good enough. Gives me a few more slots anyway. me make sure that I have this being consumed. I do. Okay, all is well. Just come over here and grab the quest from Ingrid.
Salutations.
She says, "Ahoy there, adventurer. Welcome to our outpost here on the island. My name is Captain Ingrid of the Far Seas Trading Company." I say, "Yes, we've met before." She says, "Is that so? Say, you do look familiar. Did you sail with me aboard the far journey? I used to make so many runs from the Queen's Colony and outpost of the Overlord to the cities that I've kind of lost track. What's your name again?" I say, "My name is Kipoerneke, and yes, I was on board the far journey with you." She says, "It seems we've both moved up in the world since then, Kipoerneke. You've become a celebrated hero, and I've got my own ship, the Far Dawn. In fact, it was my crew that discovered this island, and began building our outpost here. The Far Dawn has to be anchored offshore, since she's too big to dock at this tiny port." I say, "Congratulations on making captain to the island that used to be their home. From what we've been able to gather, they fled here after the shattering destroyed their old way of life." Looks like a bit of internet lag over here, so you guys might want to refresh. I'm going to make a note of that if the screen is being wonky for you. Man, oh man. So, alright, let's see here. I'm going to say they built all this since the shattering. She says no. When the Wantia arrived, they discovered the monastery on the hill to the north. It was built long ago by an ancient order of monks known as the Whistling Fist clan. The monks allowed the Wantia to settle here, building a small village and establishing farmlands. The village is called Shin. I say, "Was this island once a fragment of old Antonica?" She says, "Norath is a vast place, Kipoerneke. Even before the cataclysms, not every land had been charted. Mara and Wantia are part of a small chain of islands south of the Gulf of Gunthat. We believe they were isolated enough to go unnoticed through much of our history." I say, "How long ago did you establish your outpost?" She says, "We've been here a few months, and have just recently begun bringing passengers to these shores. Pirate ships have been seen in the area, so we've had to be careful. The pirates of Gunthat have a well-earned reputation for ruthlessness." I say, "So the Wantia approve of your outpost?" She says, "To be honest, our relationships with the Wantia leave a lot to be desired. They don't seem to trust us, and I've even heard some refer to us as pirates under their breath. They seem to want very little to do with us." I say, "Is there anything I can do to help?" She says, "Now that you mention it, I could use some help earning the trust of the villagers. Maybe if they talk to someone not affiliated with the Far Seas Trading Company, they'll realize we're here to ensure the island's safety and prosperity." I say, "Should I seek out the leader of the villagers?" She says, "The Wantia people have a chief named Koma, but he won't even speak to you until you have proven trustworthy to the heads of each of the three main families that reside here on the island Mara." I say, "Who are these families?" She says, "The Wantia people seem to be peaceful by nature. Each of the three main families specializes in some type of artistry. You should speak to each of them to learn more about them. In truth, we've learned very little, though I can tell you what we know." I say, "Please give me whatever information you can." She says, "The members of the Nerwin family are craftsmen, specializing in farming and woodworking. The Venture family is made up of blacksmiths and tailors. The Ogren family is made up of scholars who specialize in things like toolcraft and alchemy." I say, "Where can I find these families?" She says, "So you'll help me establish better relations with the Wantia people?" I say, "Yes, I'll help you." We accept the quest. She says, "I'm glad to hear it, Kipoerneke. The village is across the river. Families live in the houses that surround the monastery, though some prefer something more remote. Seek out prominent members of each family and try to earn their trust. Perhaps if you show an interest in learning more about them, they will open up to you." I say, "Can you tell me the names of the people you want me to talk to?" She says, "Zinhao Nerwin enjoys woodworking and dwells within his family house, which is one with a great tree. Zinzu Ogren is a wise woman who carries much influence with her scholarly family. Tumao Venturer can usually be found within his family's home, where he should feel comfortable enough to speak to you." I say, "I will seek them out, Ingrid. However, Ingrid, I'm not going to seek them out quite right now. Instead, I'm going to turn off all of those things and go on over to Enchanted Lands by way of Thundering Steps. No, by way of Nektulos Forest. That makes more sense." Gerum says there's a name in Runny Eye, and I think he said Zugu? Yes, Zugu. Okay, so here we are, and we need to go not to the Thundering Steps, but to the Enchanted Lands, which is right here. We don't want to go on the Made for the Mist. That's a ship that's the end of a quest that used to be required to access the Enchanted Lands. So it's kind of like an instance you're on a ship and you're fighting things that are trying to board the ship, as I recall, and attack it. I think it's that one. It's no longer required. I don't think that it's required even on this server to do that. But in the olden days, it was. I'm going to very carefully not harvest my way up. It's a tough one because there's a lot of rocks right here. To use all of the willpower in the world not to do it. I'm probably going to have to, when I get a little closer, mentor old Gerum to make these things aggro and give credit and all that. But in the meanwhile, I'm going to grab these shinies and get a little bit closer. Oh, near Renia, not in Renia. Is Zugu the one in the water there? He might be. Is that this guy? No, that's the sludge creep. Okay, Zugu, huh? Alright, let's head this direction. Make sure I have on my adventuring set. Looks like I do. It's promising. He's near the water, says Gerum. Good to hear. Let's see. I think I'm going to go ahead and mentor now. Maybe. Maybe not. Maybe I wait. Alright, now Gerum is a paladin, so having a tank will be good. Let's mentor. And then we should be good to go. Theoretically, after getting a little bit of food in. Also going to give him some hate and probably switch into DPS mode. Seems like a smart plan. So I think this is what I want right here. Now I notice that I have an apprentice dexterous slashing stance on my bar up there, which might be, and is in fact, the improved version of Smirking Defense. Or improved in many ways. However, it doesn't increase mitigation by as much as what my master version of it does. Which is probably why I haven't replaced it yet. If I can get it up to at least Adept, then I will replace it. Ready enough, I think. I've Brilliant Suave Adept. 410 to 681. So actually my master is still better than my new version of that. These things are aggro to him. Possibly the warmonger and whatnot, I'm not sure. But not to me. I could run in and pull them. Sludge creeps also up, I see. But I'm just going to let him do his thing. He says the warmonger is not aggro. Excellent. Now let's see if I can remember how to play this class at all. Odds are, not so much. We'll see. Alright, oh good. Having some lag right off the bat. Very nice, very nice. Doing terribly. Yeah. Probably, honestly, ought to have used that stun on the main here, so that Gerum could not be slaughtered. But apparently, that's not what we're doing. remembering slowly that I have these things called interrupts. It might come in handy, but I also have Bane Death. May die anyway from that detriment. Yep, it killed me. It's too late. Too late. Alright. That was partly my fault for sure, because I should have stunned the guy. Did not do. Need to decrease fate on myself. And then let's see. When damage the spell has a 12% chance, yes, it did decrease me. My threat. Yes, more threat decrease. Let's put a little threat increase on Gerum. I'll stick him on follow. He says, I'm out of practice. Ha, me too. Seems to be a little faster than me as well. Give him some Blade Weaver there. Should have done that last time. There's a lot of things I should have done last time. A melee hit. Yes, we want that. Yeah, not so much. You don't want that on me. Well, I could. I suppose. Because I would get my haste up. It would increase my hate. But I've got enough hate decrease. I should be okay. Alright. Gerum says I have a mount and totem. Yes, very good. Okay, let's put Blade Weaver on me as well. Both get a little bit of agility and strength. Okay, now, see if I can play this game or not. Alright, everything looks okay there. I have to remember about things like interrupts and probably feign death a little sooner and stun things. That'd be cool, right? Okay, it looks like my my stun is my number 1, but let's just try casting that and let Gerum recover a little bit, maybe. I don't have any way to cure his arcane, unfortunately. Maybe he does. That would be good. Even just attacking the boss, not his friends, is proving to be a bit of an issue. Getting there, but it's not going wonderfully. Vine woven leggings. Some leather armor, nice. And I wonder, I'm sure I have my group settings on already, most likely. We've got a sludge cape over there. Sure, why not? Gerum says, do you think we can take the sludge creep? I think we can attack the sludge creep. Can we take him? I mean, for a few seconds at least. You know, really, we ought to have gotten some some of the heroic opportunities on before we attack them, but that's okay. And also just realized that I ought to have, let's see here. I ought to have done a lot of things better than what I've done. Oh no, this is terrible. Yeah, that's not working. Okay. Press the wrong button too. Trying to feign, press the other thing instead. Cool. Alright. Gerum says, well, I had some cures, but apparently I'm too squishy. Yeah, that's unfortunate. We got smited. Let's see. Is there a mender on these here dogs? I don't actually think that there is. I think the mender is in Thundering Steps or Neck Forest, but no big deal. We've only died twice. Alright, onward. We'll protect our own. Well, that happens quite. Thank you very much. Let's get our buffs recast. Yeah, I know that I used some cures on mine, but yeah, it's just a little much for us to handle. I don't know if either of us are wearing particularly good gear. I'm not really sure what I have on, to be honest. And I don't know what I'm doing. Very out of practice, and I've forgotten what a lot of my things do, so it's just gonna be what it is for now. Gerum says he has Mastercrafted. Well, Mastercrafted is good if it's... Well, let's see now. You're level 41, so you have level 32 Mastercrafted? That should still be pretty good at this level. He says in a little stuff better than that. I really don't know. Like, I haven't looked at my armor since I came in. Okay, we got a level 32 Mastercrafted helmet. 46 cloak. Looks good. Oh, maybe okay. There's a shiny right here. Can't stop and get it at the moment, but it exists. Now let's see if I can get over into running eye successfully. Looks like it. He says the rest is level 32 Mastercrafted. Oh, it said some other things, but I didn't see them. 2 legendary armor bits, and the rest is 32 Mastercrafted. Nice. Alright, let's see. Give him some of that. Let's go into defensive, and then Blade Weaver. And let's do Pathfinding, and then I'm going to put Blade Weaver on myself as well, once that refreshes there. If I remember them. Seconds will pass between now and then. Who knows? I keep foolishly pressing the buttons. Pressing the buttons bad. That's pretty good. Trying to remember what all my stuff does here. Looks like Runny Eye is probably about the most the two of us can handle in here. Looks like he wants to go in. I don't know what my quests here are actually. Let's see. I'll turn on what I have, and I should share them probably as well. Not sure which ones he already has. Alright, let's see. We got the last straw over here. Share that one. And then slay the Runny Eye miners I can't share. We do have a repeatable here though. He says apparently my aggression skill is only 4. Oh no. Janitor Zolbuck says, Zolbuck slip and do, haha. Goblin's mad. Zolbuck white here. Zolbuck scrub there. I say the work never seems to end. He says no more goblin grease? No more pig done? Zolbuck sees Runny Eye clean. Now Zolbuck mops ooze from eyes. Slimy drippy ooze from slimy drippy eyes. I say there must be some way to reduce your responsibilities. He says Zolbuck thinks harder. Smooshed eyes don't ooze slime. Smooshed eyes don't drip goo. You help Zolbuck clean Runny Eye? I say I will slay the foul monsters. Accept the quest. He says you splat and mush. I say yes, I will fulfill your request. Sounds like a plan. Aggression skill is 4. That sounds terrible. Guess he hasn't done a whole lot of tanking yet on this one, maybe. I forgot to do the blade move run myself. Let's do it. He does in fact have an investment. Excellent. You know, I could have used these runes, the hex dolls rather. Rune imbued one was when I was thinking of decreases the mitigation of the target. Somebody's chest is there. Probably that group there. Got to remember about the stealth skills there. Keep forgetting to do them. And about the escape spell, because that can easily come in handy. Gonna have to just run straight across the bridge. Alright. Can he survive, or should I get us out of here? That's the question. Okay, I'm gonna... Nope, maybe I won't. Damn it. Maybe I will. Gonna escape. A little too late. No. Should have done it the first time. Second guessed it. Sorry about that. No. Did your evac get interrupted? He says, no, I decided you might recover and cancel it. Like an idiot. At least I remembered I had it. He says, I think we should traps to another zone. The trouble is, this one is pretty low level. Which do you recommend? I mean, I'm cool with anything. He says, I don't know. I mean, next thing I would think of would be maybe Nektropos Castle. I'm not sure if Nektropos Castle would be high enough for it to still be green, but maybe. Nektropos Castle, and he says, yes. He says, Nektropos. Sure, let's give it a go. All right. Well, you know, the other thing is I could unmentor. I'm not sure if these things would be... Well, probably they would be colorful to me. I'm not sure. Let's go get that shiny over there. I'm not sure. I think I probably already have it. We'll make sure. It's one of the static shinies that just shows up here. Looks like I do already have it, so no sense in keeping it. He says, yeah. I was going to suggest it, but there are many distractions, right? Understandable. Alright, we'll head over there and see how well it goes. Or do you mean you were going to suggest Nektropos Castle or mentor it? Or unmentor, maybe? I can't really remember what level exactly Nektropos Castle is. I think it's slightly lower than here. Lancer Wasp right there that'll be on me. I think this is the right direction for the bell, but it might be on the other side. I'm not sure. Skipper of the capsized Clicknick, Optimus Rewives. So it was the other direction that I wanted to go. Poor old Gerum thought I knew where I was going. What was he thinking? Okay, there it is. The bell. And I should have known because the Curious Fogger is right by the bell. I should have known that. Been a while. Now, before I go anywhere, I'm gonna mint. And hey, I'm gonna remind him to be sure to mint. Because, if we're going into Nektropos Castle, then we'll have a lockout timer after we go in. So if we have to come back out and mend, then it's going to be unfortunate. See if I have anything I want to sell here. Because again, we'll be in for some period of time, and it would be better to not need to empty my bags.
Well met.
Okay, so the Mars ascent, and then I'm going to fly toward Bone Lake and jump part way. Gerum says I already forgot. Well, that's a shame. Okay. I'm going to text somebody real quick and let them know that we're doing Nektropos Castle, because she might want to join us. We'll see. Would be cool if so. Made it to the Mars ascent. And here we have the Griffin dinner.
Hello.
We're gonna fly toward Bone Lake, and then we're gonna jump pretty quickly. I guess like halfway. I'm gonna keep it on the map so that I can get about the right spot to jump. And I'm gonna go right here. And I don't have to worry about my lockout timer needing to be cleared, because I haven't been on in like a month on here, maybe more, since I was last on Origins. Actually, almost certainly more since I was last on Origins. So, no need to concern myself with that. What am I doing? That's what I ask myself periodically. What am I doing? Alright, we made it over, zoning us in. Okay. And here we have Nektropos Castle. There's Gerum, and I think I put hate on him already, but I'm going to make sure. And we'll put the blade meter on him as well. And then I'll try to retrain myself on this. All right, what do we got going on here? I did go into stealth, so that's something. Unfortunately, I think that I have a macro on Shanghai, or on ambuscade as it is at the moment. Shanghai would have made it, and I think it's going to try to cast my my sneak again. That's okay. Trying to see if I have put it anywhere else for these occasions, which doesn't look like it. So we'll see. I think he is AFK. So let's see if we can manage to pull something. Without pulling everything. Maybe. The gargoyles don't see very far. And I think dogs may not either. I'll not recall for certain. But I think that's right. Did I somehow press? Okay, I pressed confusing battle some time ago. That's not I recall. In running eye. Ah, the ragdoll is here. But no, it's not. Appeared to be there. Interesting. See what all I have got here. Let's uncheck these things and check these things. Okay, I'm going to speak to the cauldron. The armor of the aroma of the undead. Say fermented elixirs. Something twisted. Slayton Deathwatch beetles in Nektropos Castle. And then we've got a missing mask. I wonder if all of the dolls still in that one. All the patter of footsteps to the game rooms. I'm actually at the very beginning of that. Pretty much. I've gone to Elise's room, but I need to do the game room. Got the secrets within, so hunt down the doll's controller. Okay, so the puppet master. Cool. We can run right by the dogs. doing everything wrong. That's what I'm doing. Pushing buttons is hard, guys. Don't know if you know that. Oh, avoided tension. 8 out of 1. Got a master of that, so no big deal. Gerum said customers at 657. I didn't notice that, or 857 rather. And then I just got a ragdoll. Clearly, I was not paying attention to the chat, or I would have been more aware of what was happening. Might have been a good thing. Alright. Now, the heroic opportunities work best if there are multiple people involved in them, and there are certain patterns that are best with different classes. And I can't recall which one works best with the with this duo here, the fighter and scout. I don't know where he's trying to go. Where I'm trying to go. Oh, the gamer? Oh, that's definitely the wrong way. On the wrong. Okay, hold on. On the wrong side. I don't know if you can hear me, Garrett. I'm trying the wrong side entirely. Yeah, wrong way. Where? Oh, did you go through there? Maybe you did. Yes, okay. Thought he was in fight. Oh, he is. I have gotten used to clicking the stun and then running around and hitting him from behind. And so I keep wasting my stun on making sure that the thing is going to be facing that direction and I can get around behind it instead of using it as I should in a group, which is, you know, to keep them from casting terrible things. So, I won't say that I'm doing the best in that regard. Doing pretty rough in all regards, honestly. Okay, there's Billy right there. And I ought to have decreased its mitigation and whatnot before I did that. It's fine. Okay, you followed the pitter-patter of tiny feet to the game room. Now you follow the laughter to the chapel. Chapel is across the way. Running into the wall again. Good times. Ah, the ragdoll was there again. We'll grab it. Got Elise's ragdoll for that quest. It's the same one that that he got. Now I think that if we had clicked on it simultaneously earlier, we would have both gotten credit. It's one of those things where you need to do the countdown, 3, 2, 1, click, and you can both get the update. I think that it applies to that. I think we're pretty much gonna be taking this room. Maybe not. Alright, now, Inquisitor of Urukuro has spawned here, and we don't actually need the Inquisitor of Urukuro. Billy is not in fact here. This is a valid statement. Let us kill the Inquisitor. I think we have track pulled up already. Alright. The Inquisitor's only level 30, unfortunately, so he's already gray. I say we kill him. Feel like it might be the right thing to do at this stage. Just trying to heal him. We gotta kill him. He doesn't have any interest in chatting with us. So now Alexa spawns and she'll say all of her stuff. Still no Billy, he says. Yes, this is true. Still no Billy indeed. Okay, I'm gonna run around this way, I think. See if we just missed trigger. Let's go back the other direction some. Let's see if we just missed a trigger somewhere. Doesn't look like it. Does not want to spawn for us. Thing is, if we leave, we already have a lockout of 18 hours. Well, alright, I suppose we can just go on with the other quests that we have in here and skip that one. I know I've got plenty of them. What are we doing? Other than that one, I think the rest are in on the higher levels. But, another one wandering around nearby. Okay. I'm thinking that where's the very long hallway? I wonder which quest he's on right now. Or maybe trying to go to. Okay, I'm gonna check in his journal in a moment. Follow and see which one he's on. Catch up a bit. Thought I would have time to go look, but no. Got stuck on a wall instantly. Alright, now. Nektropos Castle is what I want here. Okay, it looks like he's still on Haddon's Earring. We got the Room of the Undead, that's fermented elixirs. Oh, he doesn't have the lockets yet. Alright. Vision of a long hallway of stone. It goes on and on and on and ends in a door. That's gonna be at the bottom. Yes, that's at the bottom. Long hallway. At the bottom. Basement. Got Truce of the Dead, which he just needs Ginny's hair book or handmaiden. Okay, so he needs to go upstairs. It's interesting that he has a missing mask but hasn't done the sister's quest yet. Okay, the flesh ripper. And what else we got here? The doll's controller. Okay. All right, so for the most part, other than this chapel situation, it looks like we need to go upstairs for both of us. Unfortunately, I don't think we're going to be able to get Billy to spawn in the game room. I guess he doesn't have access to these, probably. He says I can't click the wall spawns. Yeah, I don't think that he has access, which means he hasn't done the quests to get the access. Let me see which one that one is. Let's see. It's got an interesting array of things finished. We started it again with Alexa. Wonder where it needs to go next. Is it did you go in the game room? I feel like okay. Did you click to the boar's head? ever. I'm thinking maybe we should just go back and try to do some of the things and see what is missing, because it's no sense in going on. And let's try to get you access. Seems like he must have probably come along with a group that really wasn't that he used to come in late to or something like that, because he has some quests that he ought not to have yet without having done some of the other stuff, but he doesn't have some done that he obviously should have done. You know, to have gotten that far along. So I'm thinking we just go back and try. I can't actually remember what we need to do. We need to go to a few different places here. Let's see. Where are we at right now? Right now we're here. This forehead right here. Click this one. And I think that we need the boarhead in the kitchen. I don't remember which one we need first. Okay, so this is the bottom entrance to Deirdre's room, and that is, that's the one I think with the epic above it. So I don't know. Okay, I'm gonna come back in here and just see if we can, you know, spawn Billy yet. I don't think we can. Alright, then we're gonna come back this way. Didn't see any quests that he needed to get any of these guys over here, like Palias or any of that. So we're gonna try going this way and see if he's got the boarhead for the guy in the kitchen. This is a dangerous spot to fight because there are wanderers that come from both sides, patchwork men. So typically, we want to pull it back, just like that one right there. Alright, let's see. Let's try going, I think, okay, that's the dining room. That's where the boar's head is, right here, this way. He says, I hope I didn't lose access to anything else. I don't think he had access. That's what it's looking like to me. I think he's just hasn't done this thing to be able to open up rooms. So, go in there, girl. Come back, maybe? Or, okay, you go in. You get the whole world on us, but that's alright. We should not have gone after that one. Fortunately, he has survived this. I wasn't sure if he was going to or not. There's a good number of them. So it was highly possible that he may not live through. And I almost evac, but not quite. This is customers, alright? Cool. Alright, an attendant of Beverling is hanging out here. And he's got me on follow. That's fine. Although, I don't see him following. He does not have me on follow. Okay, well then. The boar's head's right there. Let's see. Let's have a look at his journal in the meanwhile. So he has a fleshbound tone speaks again. So that means that surely, okay, wait. Hold on. Is that him or me? That is him. And he does have that. So he has done very few of the lockets. But he's obviously gotten... Okay, he did Palace's quarters, Knight's game room, Everling banquet hall, Everling family library, bedroom of Maltus Everling, quarters of Lord Everling, and the secret codex. Let me think about this then. Maybe he needs to... He still may need to do the force head. Because if he was coming along with another group, that might be the case. So there's a chef there, chef here, chef there, and they're all linked, it looks like. So, I've got a feigned death, so necessary, I can use it. Looks like it might be necessary in a moment. Try to kill this guy first. Maybe not. Ha ha ha. I clicked a little too late. That's too bad. Okay, well, maybe I get us both killed. Another option. Okay, let's see. Can I make it back? Doubtful. Oh, no. Running right into the gargoyle, eh? Oh, you know what? Those patchwork guys can see through anyway. No sense in having them this on. Also, running into walls is fun. Okay, well, what I should have done, I realize now, is I should have feigned death immediately. And then, we could have thrown them onto Gerum and then killed them. Oh well. Alright, let's throw some buffs back on here. And see where we're at. Let's see here. Pieces face to caster, yes. And those certain pieces the hate gate, so you gotta be careful with that one. But we're gonna do it anyway. And I probably better switch. You know. I think I won't switch off of there, honestly. Let's put a Blade Weaver on myself. As well. I think I put one on Gerum. Maybe. Maybe I didn't. Doesn't actually look like it, so I will wait and do that. Maybe. It'll eventually be ready. There we go. Okay, so. Got some tomb vermins in here, crumb hunters rather in here. Stove seems unusual. It has runes etched upon it. It is hot to the touch. It shows no sign of flame. There's an iron pot sitting inside the oven. We will stop inspecting. Okay, let's see here. What have we this way? It's the bread box. I don't have that. Very old butter fish, rather. None of those things are of any use. We will need this eventually. But I don't think we need it yet. Maybe we do now. So let's say fermented elixirs. Those are down in the wine area. Uh-oh. Well, that's a problem. Okay, so I've got the whole room on me. Probably not good. Well, no, actually I have half the room on me and half the room on him. I'm gonna try evacuating the next second, I think. Or maybe I'll wait too long until it's all. That's another option. Seems like a good one, right? Let's see, escape. Alright, there we go. On the plus side, there's a shiny over here. Okay, let's see. Nothing really that I want to mess with in the bags at the moment. So I'll wait patiently for another couple ticks here. And then pull a gargoyle over. Now there's a way for me to drop some aggro. It's this, but we have something else I think that I can cast for that kind of thing. I wonder where it is. Been too long since I played this. None of those are it. That's a slow one and whatnot. What is this right here? Okay, that's Shadow Slip. It does decrease stress, or not stress, but threat rather. It's the same one as this right here. Lilo. Which, Lilo is currently better than... Well, no, maybe... Let's see, hold on. Maybe Shadow Slip is actually better at the moment. Looks like this one decreases the threat by 4,717. And this one decreases the threat by 3,509. So, probably a good idea to clear this fight key and move that one over there. Let's see here. We have to go here and go to hotbar settings and load draggable, and then drag it over there. Now, probably have to update this macro as well. Yes, we currently have Milo in it, and I want to change that for the other thing, Shadow Slip. Okay, so we'll take out Milo, put in Shadow Slip. Hold on, we have to add a step. Not a command, a spell or ability. And it's going to be Shadow Slip. Okay. Then we're going to put that up at the very top as the first thing to try to do. There we go. And now that will help decrease our threat a little bit every time we do that. Okay, let's get this gargoyle to come. Oh, we got the dogs too. Well, no, we just got both gargoyles. Never mind. Nothing so exciting as all that, I suppose. Oh, looks like Gerum is back, perhaps. Or maybe not. Maybe he just took the aggro from me. Without even being there. That would be great. Oh, looks like that's the case. Maybe. Not sure. Guess we'll find out in a moment. Okay. It's not appear that he's moving, so I think he's not there. Okay, let's let that regenerate for a whole second. I got a spammer over here to ban. There we go. All right, now let's get this shiny. And then we'll pull these dogs this way. Fortunately, Gerum took the aggro there. Makes it a lot easier for me. Alright, so now I think we can, oh, we already have looted that shiny. No good in looting it again until he gets back. He can't accept or decline, so it'll just have to go until it runs out on time. I'm going to do a regen before I go into the next fight. Alright, let's go ahead and take these guys back. Oh, hey. It didn't quite work as intended, but it's okay. So a couple of them are on him, and I'll take it. Seems like a fine way to do it. Okay. Now, there's not much I can pull back here. Until he gets back. I can do these gargoyles over here, I suppose. And I might could pull some of the stable people from there. I suppose I could grab a patchwork soldier from there, pull it back, start kind of clearing toward the dining room again. I said kitchen earlier, but it's the dining hall, something like that. Let's see. Dining something. I'm trying to, there it is. Dixion's dining room. See if we can get down this hallway. Messed everything up by getting on Gerum there for a moment instead of myself. It's not looking pleasant, so I was about to feign and throw it on Gerum, but that works even better. Oh no! Oh no! Did not do it. Well, that's unfortunate. It's alright, we'll revive right here anyway. Alright, let's decrease my hate gain again. And I'm not sure if I put this on him or on me, so I'm going to redo that. Throw that on. In spite of it giving me a little bit of hate. Oh yes, we want to go Gerum some hate. And then ideally we'll be able to cast the Blade Weaver upon myself before going into the next battle. Okay, so the red sickness is off, and we can continue on and see what happens. I think these things actually don't leash for a long rest, so we can perhaps pull them back all the way to where he is. Oh no. Missed the door. Alrighty. That was not a heroic one, so that's why it was as easy as it was. Okay, now, back to this area again. We have a whole load of guys there. So, do I want to do it? Sure. Worst I can do is die again. Why not? I'm gonna try. Slowing one a little bit. And then trying to get the heck out of dodge. Unfortunately, things are not looking great. not get the guy to be stunned at the moment, but it's alright, we got there. Alright. Let's see. Try to watch out because we got an obsidian gargoyle. I definitely want to try to get that out of the way if I'm going to have to get people that far back again. So, patiently await the refill of the health, right? Okay, let's try casting Hex of Ruin. Decrease its mitigation a little bit. Step Grandpa says it looks crazy different. It definitely does. The whole thing is such a different game than EverQuest 2. Okay, I'm gonna try to slip off the aggro and give it to Gerum. Now that I can remember how to do that, very helpful. I knew there was something I was supposed to be doing there to get rid of the aggro, but hey, who knows what? Time has passed. I was thinking he was attacking me and I was going to run around behind him, run around in front of him instead. Jeez, I tell you. So the fact that those gargoyles came back up indicates that the dogs are probably going to come back soon as well. Now, I think we've killed most of what was in this room. Let me see if there's anything left. Yes, there's a bunch left, as a matter of fact. There's a whole group of them. Just waiting to come. Okay. That's fine. We're going to open these doors. And then we're going to slow this guy and run for it. Couple of these off, and then when it starts looking nasty, I'm going to try throw the aggro. Doing it now. Some of it off. All that was needed. Alright, now the dogs have respawned, so we'll have to get them again. Hopefully Gerum will return at some point. In the meanwhile, I guess we're killing Eidolon watchdogs, right? Alright, let's slow that one and hold them back. Well, directly behind me, it's such a pain with that. The first one you can be to the side or behind of that grouping. The second one you have to be just really directly behind them. And that's one of the things that I don't like about the scout. Like, it's the Exactly. Right, so it says must be behind, and it has to be like right behind, you know. It's crazy. Got another shiny over here. Step Grandpa says, are those weak or are you just super OP? So neither thing is true. I am mentored down from 48 to 41. And that's the only reason that I can do as much damage as I can. Plus, they're at the beginning of this sim, so they're weaker than the ones that you get going in. And plus, so the colors in this are very similar to the ones in EverQuest Legends. So the green means that they're much lower level. So I'm mentored down to 41, meaning that my stats have dropped essentially to be more in line with a level 41 stats because that's my group mate. But oh look, Gergram's back. Oh nice. But yes, they would be low for his level. Don't worry, they'll kill us in a minute. He's on follow again. Okay. I'll say cool again. It went well the last time. All right. Noticed follow dropped. You could say that. Or you could say that I got us killed. Another possibility. But follow was not on to begin with, unfortunately. And if it had been, I don't know if it would have made any difference. Okay, I don't know if did I get Blade Weaver on myself? Let's turn this off. I did get it on myself. Did I get it on him? Not sure that I did. Let's do it. Alright, now. Uh-oh, getting spawned on. That's not great. Okay. So, we're going to do the same kind of a trick here. Get the aggro on him, not on us. Unfortunately, they have stunned me. It's not wonderful. There we go. It's that one that you have to get right behind for. It's no good. Okay, got him. Alright, I better wait for him to get a little regen back before I go into the next ones. Let's see how many we've got here. Just a few, I think, of the chefs. I think there were 3 of them. Beginning to wonder if he's eating and drinking. Looks like he's drinking. Yes, he's eating. Okay, there it is. He just has a lot more health than I do, probably. Oh, well. It's a little close. Wait for him to get another tick at least of health back before I go in on this. Maybe one more, just in case. Don't want to get him killed if I don't have to. Alright, let's go for it. Well, maybe. Didn't have line of sight apparently. That was the wrong button, but that's okay. Well, Gerum is taking a beating. Alright. We got that. Just gotta use them as my dwarven shield, that's all. Alright, gonna wait for him to get a little reach in before we go in for the next ones. Alright. By a little region, I guess I mean a lot of region. Now these three are all in a group together, so it doesn't really matter what I do to get them. I don't have to body pull. I'm gonna just use a root and slow their advance, and then start on these guys. Gerum is not doing great at the moment, but I think it's gonna make it. As long as we don't get spawned on, that'd be a shame. Small polished bone is another one of the things that you can feed to that carnivorous plant that I talked about earlier. This is the boar's head that he needs to click, possibly. I don't know for sure if he needs the quest. Looks like I need to as well. Interesting. Maybe not. No. Okay. 2 black marble-like eyes and set into the creature. So I did put the marble eyes in there for myself. Whether he did or not, that's another question. Actually, I think he needs to click. Where's the box in this to click in one of those rooms? Is it in this room? The red marble. Yes. I wonder if he's done that yet. Possibly not. That's in the barracks. You're gonna need to kill the Spectral Dark Lord for that. Okay. Maybe we should go do that while he's AFK. Don't know that I can kill the Spectral Dark Lord by myself. But, maybe. I'd certainly get us killed trying. Having someone unfollow in this area is also not tremendous, because it's kind of tricky to maneuver them around walls and such. It's kind of like in Stormhold. Stormhold is worse because there's so many jumps and things that you don't really think about when you're just running through it, but when you have someone on follow with you, it's a little trickier. Now I know that the Spectral Dark Lord was up, but you saw him on track. Don't know if he is now, but I suspect he still is, because, in fact, of course he is. This is an instance. What am I thinking? I think he's great. Yeah, right in there. Okay, so he's not aggro with me, to me rather, as long as I'm in this. Alright. Let's turn that off. And we'll see if we can get somebody's attention without getting everybody's attention. Let's see here. How many of them are grouped up? Who's he with? He's by himself. Alright. That's a little bit of a crew, and I'm stuck in the door. Oh my gosh. Come back, guy. I want just you. Oh no, not you too. Don't want both. Guess I don't have a choice here. See if we can do anything about this in the way of survival. Alright, that wasn't so bad. I feared it would be worse. I guess that patchwork was probably not a heroic. Okay, the Spectral Dark Lord is currently by himself. Very close. I could get him, but I'm afraid I don't have enough mana. So, I think I wait. Oh no, Gerum was back and aggroed everything. Okay. Well. That works. Gerum is not doing well. Yeah, we made it. That's what matters, right? Well, she's back, though. That's great. We can come in here and find, where am I here, actually? And yes, over there. Red marble. He says, back on Hollow. No, click the box first. Click the box. I think he's gone. Oh, my goodness. Oh, good, he got it. The locker box is dark and musty. Most of the items are torn and tattered clothing. Who knows what critters are crawling around underneath? Now, did he get the quest is the question. Bunch of torn and tattered clothing. Okay. Alright, so he didn't need the red marbles, but that means might need the other board head over here though. Wait, where did I go? Okay, that's all as well. This is correct. Alright. Of course, these guys are back up again. Let's see here. There's one right around the corner. And they're part of it, but wait, we've got a patchwork on us over here. Better deal with that first. Alright, so that guy's gonna be on me in just a second. We'll do this, and then... Definitely got a bunch of them. I may have pulled everything, I'm not sure. That's not good. Should I either? Should I just hope I can kill the rest of them before he dies? Looks like he must be back, because I saw a little bit of a heal go off message reactive from something that he has on. Either way, it's doing okay. We're making it through one way or another. Alright, great. I would say he's definitely not there. Well, no, he is. Maybe. No, isn't. Okay. I thought there was a jump that happened there, but I guess it was not. Just looked like it. What a shame. Okay, let's wait for a little bit of regen here. Alright, we're gonna try this guy. And then we're gonna hope that Gerum is back, or that Gerum is back enough. Yes, he is. Look at that. He ran. It's great. Collect the boar's head. Marble eyes. Okay. Do you have anything in your bags? Marbles of any kind. Step Grandpa said, think Rorschach would be best to try EQ2 on. I don't know. I think that if you are just starting, you don't want to like invest anything into it, you could start by just do like a free account on live just to kind of get an idea of how the game plays. And then if you want it to be harder, the Origins server is going to be the hardest way to go. And then if you want it to be kind of in between live and Origins, I think Rorschach would be pretty good. Okay, he has 2 black marble-like eyes in his bags, so definitely needs to examine those. Okay, so he doesn't have them in his bags. Never mind. What about in his bags? Oh, okay. Alright. In that case, I think that means he's already done this. So I think the next move is we go, I think, to the game room next. And I'm wondering, since I've already done all the access stuff before, maybe. Maybe not. Let's go check the game room. Which is right. Okay, I forgot to turn there. And then it's right here. Go in here. Might get in the right position there. But that's alright, we made it. Got an Everling house green from that. I think that, yeah, I'm not sure. I'm not sure what the deal is here. I think you've got to. Nothing of interest for the table. Okay. There's other things in this room that can have the letter behind them. And it's like this, the start board here, or shield or whatever. Shield, I suppose. Looks like a dartboard. I think it is a dartboard. Dartboard being used as a shield, perhaps. Shield being used as a dartboard may make more sense. Try the dartboard. Okay. Cool. Stick rat. Okay, guess we tried that. You got a root of olive spectral essence, but I don't think that's just okay. You got a hasty scroll. Read the note. And I believe that's the one who tells him about the secret entrance to the bedroom. I think. Click the sconce. Ah, damn. He's unfollowed him. Maybe we can click the sconce first. Before he disappears, hopefully. It did, yes. Nice. Got it. Alright. Come on in here. So we can get attacked in peace. Alright. Excellent. So, was the note that he needed in the game mode? Okay. I think that he probably doesn't need this wardrobe here. So let's check. Maybe I can see if he does or not. Who knows? Only the undead. Everyone lockets. Respond to only trinkets of the dead. Is that the one? No, it's from Elden. I don't recall the name of this quest. I'm not sure. He may not have done it. Let me see what I've completed in here real quick. And Nektropos Castle. And maybe I'll recognize the locked medallion chest rather. I think that's the one. Now I don't know if he's done it yet or not. I have no way to know without him here. But that's okay. Let's go ahead and attack these guys. Do some running back and forth for a second here. Okay, so if you were here, you could click on this, probably get a quest. I'll tell him to click it. And, you know, if he can read that, if he's nearby, excellent, wonderful. He did it. Still on follow indicates it's not exactly here. This is a tricky thing to run somebody up this particular staircase. Not easy. Okay. Scoot back a little. The handmaid will get on us. And we may end up getting some more on us. We'll see. We'll try to just knock her out. Oh, no bueno. There they all are. Release's handmaid is on the way. Maybe we've got this, I'm not sure. Looks like he healed up a little bit, so that'll help. I see he must be back, because there's a good bit of healing going on. Pretty much out of power, but fortunately I'm full health, so the Mana Stone can come into play. Alright, made it through. Excellent. Now this is Elise's diary. I don't know if he needs to read it or not. Might want to read the diary. I know that he has part of the sister's quests done. So he's obviously started this. Let's see here. It's the Everling lockets. He only lacks a few of those. Let's see, what else does he have up here? Killing Everling, Fermented elixirs, lockets. Long hallway, that's down in the basement as well. Jenny's Parabo, Fermented. Chapel we weren't able to do. I wonder if we go back to the chapel, if he would spawn now that we've been to the game room. Nah, that doesn't make sense. That's Bit of the Flesh Ripper, that's downstairs, and then down the Doll's Controller, that's also downstairs. So most of the things that he has left in here are downstairs. I have all the doors unlocked, I believe, here. So we should be able to pretty easily run through. We want to go, right now I need to go to the library, I think. So I feel like I have to talk to a cauldron in there for something. I think. And that should be right here. I think. Lots of thinking going on, very little I knowing. Okay, we got the library in there. He's going to come at us. Him and his books. Uh-oh. I was afraid for a moment that I might have got more on us, but I don't think that I did. I think we just got the ones I already had there. Unfortunately, he has some detriments on Gerum over there. Yeah, I'm gonna let him get on the Gerum a little better before I start hitting again. Because, oh, okay, we're doing good. We're at 1. 8, so that's fine. Okay, excellent. Made it through that. This is the hidden area in here. I don't think there's anything that's going to attack us in here. We go ahead and run in, and then come talk to this cauldron here. I think that's what I need to do in one of my quests. And it says this cauldron is finely crafted and has been shaped to appear as some evil face. There is a viscous liquid filling the cauldron. A ladle rests within. A couple cauldron ladles can be seen in the basin. It has a magical aura about it. And I say, drop the doll husks into the cauldron. I hope that's all you're throwing in there, Skin Heap. I appreciate the assist. I will put in a good word for you should I ever return to Aquabor's sea tower, he says. And Gerum said he could click the cauldron. That's good. We'll say, where is the sea tower? He says, sorry, Skin Heap. I'm too tired to chat. I am also sure your friends there are tired of seeing you talk to a cauldron, albeit a cauldron supreme. I say, blast you, Orin. We shall meet again. Alright, so we've got Peacemaker we could get, and that we could actually use out of these things. I don't really think it matters terribly for me. So I'll grab, let's get some malignant mace here. I don't think there's anything else in here that I need. We'll take this book, the Precious Fairy book. I think that's the Fairy Lore Legend. I may already have it. Probably do. Since he's here at the moment, I'll go ahead and just make sure we have the quest, and later on we can read it. Okay, now, back out of there, and what more is needed? He clicked the cauldron, which means, did he pick up the quest? I don't know. Doesn't look like it. Maybe he's not on that step. In which case, I think we head toward the basement at this point. Let's see if we have this book. There's a book called The Fate of the Flesh Ripper, Bells of Myth. I think that I have both of those. Can't get that one to open. Try the Bells of Myth. It says, my gracious allies have entrusted me with a number of very interesting and little artifacts. First, they appeared as nothing but a crate full of burlap dolls, and not very ornate ones at that. Then, Daenerys, the liaison, went on to explain their origins. I turned to the next legible page. Amazing! What kind of demented and hate-filled empire would damn an entire province to have their souls ripped from their bodies and forced forever to be imprisoned within these tiny puppets? And what supreme magic was used to even perform such vengeance upon an entire community? It was just as amazing to know that under our feet, within dark empires, dwelt a vast... We turned to the next eligible page. With these entities, I was able to control the actions of the dolls. These tall, lanky beings, formed from the husks of violent ettins, made great vessels for these entities. And along with the maggots and entrails that composed their insides, I too could hide the twin snakes to the... and perhaps even within the little ones. That would certainly... Okay, we close the book, because I think I already have that one. Okay, so now, on we go. Gerum says, can't open the Flesh Ripper book, even though my next step is finishing the book. Well, that's okay, because I think that you can't open it because of the fact that maybe you already have it. I certainly do. Got a pristine shard of channeling here. Billy's up. Where is he? Hold on. Billy's up in the game room. Okay. So maybe we should go back. Kill Billy in the game room, and then you kill Billy in the chapel. Maybe that's why our chapel wasn't working properly. So I think we'll go back and Gerum jump up. Hopefully he's here enough. Can you jump the ledge? Okay, cool. Let's do it then. Maybe. Alright, excellent. Let's grab that shiny while we're here too. Let me know when you've got new deckhands following. Or maybe you already do. Let's give it a try. Yes, excellent. Alright, that works. So we probably have to put Billy in the game room first. So, off we go. Pull him back here so we don't get the extra fun wanderer guys. Okay. Ought to have a wanderer coming up pretty soon. Well, maybe not. Alright. Seems okay with me. Let's go around here. There he is. Alright. And here's Billy in the game room, all alone. Which is perfect. It's exactly how we wanted. Ah, man. Rooted. No good. It's alright though, Gerum has aggro. Alright. So, we have Billy, and now, should I make sure this doesn't need to get an update for Korner? Maybe. Not going to go much further. The door closed, so if you needed the update for going in here, I'm going to make the assumption that was good enough. And we're going to head back to the chapel and see if we can get our ability update there. Hopefully I don't have to then kill him in the game room, because that would just be hilarious. Lost Gerum on the wall there. Okay. Let's try to get across this place without aggroing anything. Should be pretty easy. Okay, onward. Well, we just saw them through the roof there for a whole second. That's interesting. I want to get him a little closer and go around behind him here. I say behind, because I intend for him to turn around in a second. Alright, shouldn't be anything too dangerous. On the way to the chapel, I think it'll be some wanderers, but that's the curio, right? Yeah, that's the curio. So, these guys are not aggro. I mean, they're aggro, they're not heroic. this one is. Let's go ahead and this guy first. Alright, there we go. It's more like it. I'm starting to remember how to play this class a little bit. Not a lot, but a little bit. Okay, onward. I think we want to go right here. And let's see. I'm not going to go in yet because I don't really want to aggro these things when I don't have any power and Gerum is low on health. Seems like a bad idea. Well, why don't we read this real quick, part of it. The Precious Fairy Book, copied from the Everling Laboratory Collection, being a compendium of the uses for fairies and instructions for gathering them at the peak of potency. Everyone is familiar with fairies, perhaps from childhood tales. This book will provide readers with a greater insight into the Norathian version of these winged creatures. The main body, so to speak, of work at the Everling Laboratory is the animation of certain golems. Learning how to put something together, whether by magic or by manual labor, requires knowing how to disassemble said item. In this way, our research is able to pinpoint the highest concentration of mana that can be derived from a variety of sources. The best sources of mana are concentrated in fey beings, such as fairies. Unless one is able to build one's laboratory directly atop a natural wellspring of mana, the next best method of obtaining it is through direct extraction. As with morning dew, the best times of day to obtain fairies for mana is at dawn. Fairies can be found readily throughout most of modern Norath. A large number of them reside in the Enchanted Lands. There are two main types of fairy body styles, although many subtle variations can be detected through close examination. One type is the so-called dragonfly fairy, and the other is the typical fairy. Dragonfly fairies are distinguishable by an elongated lower body from which no legs are visible. The typical fairy looks like a shining miniature gnome. Unless one has the need for a specific type of fairy, the dragonfly and typical fairies are interchangeable, as they both have most of the same body parts. Consider one's purpose in obtaining concentrations of mana. If the end result is an offensive purpose, one would likely wish to use dragonfly fairies, which seem to have an essence that boosts the effect of spells. Typical fairies, on the other hand, have a faint infusion of something better for defensive spells. More research will be needed to determine what manufactures these essential traces, but it is important to keep in mind. If you remove the fairy's wings and hold them up to the light, you can see the network of veins within. Without their wings, fairies cannot fly. Flying springs from magic. Magic springs from mana. Therefore, the wings are concentrated mana. This is true of either dragonfly or typical fairies. There is also the matter of fairy dust, which can be obtained again from either type of fairy. To make the most of the gathering process, it is useful to hold the fairy over a clean cloth and scrape it with the dull edge of a knife. The dust collects in the cloth, which can then be used to transfer it to a storage container. Some who search for concentrations of mana will make a reduction from the broth made by boiling fairy bones. The sheer number of fairies it will take to make this does that say decoction? I think it does. Can be overwhelming. It is practical to store leftover fairy bones from previous extraction methods and prepare the reduction at one time. Okay, whenever there is an imbalance in the world's forces, there is an upswing in negative energy fairies. This does not mean fairies who have no energy, but rather fairies that tend toward malicious or mischievous behaviors. If it is not possible to convert these fairies to one's own purposes, they may be used in the same way as any other fairy. Fairies are very useful in terms of distilling mana for a variety of purposes. They may have other uses as well. Some of those will need to be chronicled elsewhere. If you're considering the study of fairies, you may well be the one to prepare such a volume. All right, there you go. That's what that's all about. Now, it appeared for a moment that Gerum was back. Because the doors opened without me opening them. We shall pull this crew of priestesses around the door here. And see if we can do terrible things to them. Indeed, we were able to. Alright. Looks like Gerum is in fact here. Howsoever, Billy is not. In spite of everything. What a shame. Huh. Ah well. I wonder what it is that I have clicked, but I'm following the little wisp tube. Who knows? But we're going the right way anyway, so we as well continue following. Looks like it's the game room. I wonder if it's where Billy was standing. Probably I had him selected earlier. Oh gosh, there he is again. Well, let's go on in. Just in case we did need to get in there. Oh, Gerum did not come out. Oh, I suppose he's definitely back. Probably wondering what was going on there. Who knows? Who knows what's going on? We're killing Billy again. Clearly. Alright. So the question is, why was Billy in there again? I feel like I don't know. I'm not sure. Let's try this again, but this time let's wander around in this room and make sure we get whatever update it is that we need here. And the goal here will be to make sure that we can't just make Billy spawn by killing him here again and then going to the chapel. The thing is that Billy is used at multiple stages of this zone. So I feel like it's possible that we just need to, we need to kill him the first time for Gerum's quest, and then maybe the next time for the Alexa unlocking thing. You go to the game room, you kill. Don't remember if that's where we kill Billy. I think. Can't recall. But regardless, we will give it a go. Because there's, the whole reason that we're here really is to finish up some of these quests, and if we're not finishing them, then I don't see the point of what we're doing. So hopefully we can get that taken care of. Don't know. We'll see. And it may just be being buggy. Also, I wonder what that is. Sinister. Oh, that's a. Haha. That's a low and legend strike. What what does it do for me? You know what? That's the threat reduction thing I was looking for earlier. How funny. Okay, I see what's happened. I had it separated at some point, and now it's not, because this spell here, this Brilliant Sword, was put there, and I haven't moved it, so it's in the way of me understanding that that's my stuff. Like I told you earlier, not very visual, so I have to have things sort of sorted into the right categories in order to know what they do. And it's not in its own little separate category, so I didn't know what it was. That's how my brain works. Not very well, I suppose, in some ways. Okay, well, it's all right. We're getting there. Now that I know that I have it, it should make this much, much easier. Throwing the aggro back and forth, that is. Alright, we'll pull this guy over here again. Got on Gerum a little sooner than I anticipated, but might be okay. All right. Here we have the chapel. It's still cleared of its guys, and no Billy spawning, regardless of killing a Billy in the other room. So, no good. Not working. Oh, I'm back at the jail. That's not where I need to be. Gotta go around again. Don't know what I was thinking. Alright, but we're gonna go forward and try to move toward the basement direction, try to get those elixirs, fermented elixirs, and maybe the doll's controller if the master puppets is up. Puppet master, whatever. We got a mimic up. At the very least, we've managed to open up the sconce for him to be able to click, so that's good. Now, I'm not 100% sure that it was this sconce that he was feeling click. It may have been Deirdre's sconce. I'm not sure. a moment that Gerum might be back. I'm not sure. Looked like it for a second there. Okay, now to try to work our way back up this. Uh-oh, that's the mimic. The one I just mentioned was up. Here he is. No idea where the mimic's back is. Alright, let's try that again. I think the easiest way is going to be back up and then from forward to here, a little further in, and then see if we can get him to come over here. Okay. Run into the wall for a second. And hopefully he's coming. Yes, wonderful. Alright, now got a couple of folks in this room. Let's try to get Gerum up here. Doesn't look like it's gonna happen. We got Elise's handmaiden, however, and crew. Alright. Got that guy. Now, I think we want to go around through the library and around the outer cannot think of the word I'm going for. Balcony. That's the one. The balcony out there. Library's here. Hey, Quad, how you doing? We got the librarian back up. Not really interested in fighting him again. I don't need to right now. So we're just going to come this way instead. And, let's see. Is the flesh ripper hanging out? The flesh ripper may or may not be on track right now. Even if he's here. Yeah, I don't see him on track. Got a shiny over here. Definitely want to get that. Okay. So far, so good. Let's get Gerum a little closer to this door. Right, now we want to make sure not to fall down the hole. Alright. Now we'll drag him through this door. And we want to go this way, I think. I feel like it's right here. Let's see. Yes, this is where we would go. It occurs to me, do we want to kill the sisters he needs before we go downstairs? Don't know that we necessarily need to. I think we can just go down without doing that. Now with these stairs, if you're running too quickly, because you've got a lot of speed like on mine, you can end up going down and sort of just flying down the stairs instead of running down. And it can make things a little bit more difficult in that regard. So how you been doing, Quad? Let's try to get behind him. It's so hard to get behind. There we go. Alright. Barely made that in time. Quad says it's good. I'm good. It's Friday. Yes, it is Friday. Trying to avoid the heat. Yeah, I get you. Ah, Gerum is there. Nice. Good timing. Especially because this is a particularly difficult corner to get around. So hopefully yes, he is there. Wonderful. Wonderful. Now we need the fermented elixirs and the, oh gosh. The fermented elixirs, we will pull out of these crates here by clicking on them. Vlad says, I hope you're well. I am. I'm pretty well. Let's see, so. Guess I'll click that. Okay. Now, let's get the rest of these rats before we click any of these fermented elixir spawners here. Although it looks like maybe Garden did. Nothing of use in the line, yes. That's all fine and well. You gotta be a little bit careful because of those battlesword threats behind us as well. I'll go ahead and throw that aggro over Gerum. It seems to be gone again. Right? Now we got another little set of them over there. I don't want to attack them quite yet, or we'll attack them, apparently. That wasn't me that time, that's all I can say. Let's go ahead and use this mana stone here. Okay. I want to get a little bit of regen before we go on. The only way that I have to regain mana right now, as far as I can tell, is the mana stone, so sacrifice a little bit of health for some power. And then wait patiently. Well, I could use that, but there's no need to. Yeah, I think we're good enough to risk some elixir of some fermented elixirs. I think this is where they come from. It's been a while. I could be wrong. I think so. There we are. Fermented elixir it is. Alright, search the wine racks of Everling for some, for some mold of something. Surely not, right? Was there anything else that we needed those for? Let's see. Did Gerum need them for anything? Oh, yep, mold. It was mold. Okay, cool. So we got the mold. What else is needed here? Slice of swine. Oh, man, you needed swine? That was up top. That's a shame. I somehow missed that on his stuff. Okay, still needs Jenny's locket, among others. Follow laughter to the chapel. Yeah, we tried that. Read the whole story of the fate of Flesh Ripper. That's on further. Hunt down the doll's controller. That's right over here. Alright, so let's head toward it. Let's see where we are right now. Yep, alright, we're close. Don't know that he's up. I don't see him yet, and so he's probably not going to be up, but we'll go try it anyway. Let's head this way and get that patchwork soldier. Get a little bit closer to me behind him. Alright. Now we go this way, and I think we want, I can never remember if it's on the left side or the right side. I always think it's on the right side, but let's assume then it's on the left. We're gonna wait for a minute before we walk in here, because there's gonna be some puppets that are gonna spawn. So, I think though that the controller would have already been in here if he was going to be. I don't know, can't recall, but I think he would have. See who he's fighting. Go for that, because these guys heal. And normally you want to target through your tank ideally, but my tank is sometimes here and sometimes not, so I'm mostly not doing that. Alright, so it definitely is not in this room. We'll check over in this room, but not until we get a little bit of health back. And power too, for that matter. Alright, let's walk in here. Got some dolls and myth right here. Foolishly switched targets too soon. Alright. So, no puppet master, as suspected. I'm pretty sure that he's one of the ones that you can see from the start if he's going to be there or not. And then, I went too far. Alright. So we'll go in here. The end of the long hallway is right here. And that's where we're going to see Alexa. But we need to kill these Death Watch guys first. I think we both need them for a quest. I'm not sure. Make it a little bit of room between us and the next guys over there. Derek, I'm getting beat up. Just can't get behind the guy. There we go. I'll regen for a moment. Let's get off that mana stone there. Got it named in the next one. You know, I might keep an inventory at this point, and they might still be green with me, or to me rather. Let's see. No, they won't be. No, they're barely green. Take Gerum and I. Yeah. All right. Too bad. Let's let them wander a little bit closer. Oh no. We got the main boss. This is no good. Oh, that's a shame there. Well, on the plus side, at least we can start at the start and get the guy back. Spain. And then I'll try to get that pumping right by an obigi. Nice. Alright. I'll leave that up there. Well, alright. Give it a minute to regenerate some. Yeah, still may as well leave that. Alright, well then, in that case, we had some swine he needed to kill, and guess what? We're very close to the swine. All is well. Let's give him some of that threat, and a little strength and agility as well. And then I'm gonna run in and grab this shiny. And hopefully he'll be there enough to put me on follow at least. Play a little song and dance back and forth. Alright, looks like he's unfollowed me. It's pretty close. It's alright if they get on us though. Now, the swine is going to be over here with the stable for it area. I don't know how many he needs, but we will get these three. All right. Inspect stove. Okay, the stove is this way. So, let's come over here. And I don't know if we need to kill those gargoyles or not. Run straight through the middle of them. Think. We'll run this way. I think the stove. Nah, I thought, where was it at? Right over here. Isn't it? I think so. Maybe. We'll see. The wrong button. Should have done the other one first. Ah, well. All right. This is the wrong place. I need to go by the dining hall. But I thought, yes, we can get there from here. That's right. Oh, no. I'm only partially crazy. I think. I should probably be careful about bringing him yet. I'm not quite full on power, and I feel like maybe I should be before I run in on the chefs. Okay, we're gonna just pull them back out. Well, now where have they gone? They went the long way. There they are. Oh no. Bum hunters too, eh? Well, this is a shame. Low on mana. Guess I better trade some health out. Alright. Now we can get in here with the stove. Stove is here. It says the stove seems unusual. It has runes etched upon it. It is hot to the touch, but shows no signs of flame. This is an iron pot, or there is an iron pot sitting inside the oven. Place the aroma ingredients in the iron pot. Almost immediately, the mold and the pork blend together to create a billowing aroma that overtakes the room. The smell seems to spill out the castle via a flume. Stop inspecting. Gerum says fanfare. Yes, and absolutely. Got one quest done at least. It's been tough. It's been tough. An AA point, nice. Congrats. If only I could press buttons. There we go. Did it. Okay. So, we want to go back this way now. And back the way we came. So I think that was the only thing on this level that we needed right now. We got an obsidian gargoyle joining the crowd here. And the gargoyle's friend came to play as well. What are we doing? It's the one that you have to be in front for. Alright. Onward. Didn't exactly rate power, so I'm going to exchange some of my health to power now. Alright. I think now we go on up to the second floor again, and we may as well go try to kill Ginny Epperling and all that sort of thing to get those updates for the lockets for him. Ah, it stunned me right before I stunned him. Okay, where were we? Almost there. Now, back up these horrendous stairs again in a moment. I guess we may as well... Well, no, I don't really care to kill the lesser moments again. Just hope that we can navigate the stairs. We cannot. Alright, lesser mimics it is. This is terrible. Hopefully I won't pull anything from up top more than we already have. Just so you know, the stairs are really not the place to fight. In case you wondered. Decreases mitigation with the Hex of Ruin since I'm out of power. Okay. Little bit of region is in order right here. Let me see what my quests say at the moment. We've got Slayton, Deathwatch, Beatles, Nektropos Castle. We started that. Follow the left to the chapel. Can't move that along. Hunt down the dolls controllers. Don't have that. So the only thing of mine left is Slayton, Deathwatch, Beatles, and Nektropos Castle. That we can actually do. The rest of them are not doable. He's got quite a few left, so. Alright, looks like we're decent enough to move forward now. These two are linked, so let's slow that one and try to kill this one. Slowing that one didn't help a great deal, I gotta say. Ooh. Terrible positioning. Let's try and move them a bit. Alright, got that. Now, we need to find the rest of the Evelyn folks. So, we go upstairs. Who all does he still need? Let's see. Evelyn Waffles. He needs Krista and Elise for this. Jenny. She needs most of them. Krista, Elise, and Jenny. Let's just look and see. Where do we have these people? That's Sheila. He doesn't need her. This is going to be Deirdre's room. She won't be there. Here we have Jenny over here. So let's go for her. How's about it? Don't know if it'll work to go this way or not. Maybe. Jenny is there. And I'm pretty sure I have all the doors unlocked. So, there's Jenny. Raise your hand, baby. It's all quite nasty. Okay. We got Jenny all by herself over here. Hopefully that'll matter. Uh-oh. Did I close? Oh no, this is not good. Wrong button. Okay. Successful feigning. Stand back up. And why do I have that? Okay. Oh, this is terrible. We're gonna try to escape. Oof, did not quite escape. No good. No good at all. We got you killed. Ha! That. Ravenous dreadguards. Hanging out there. Just waiting for us. Very rude of them, really. gonna log here in a bit to go home. He says could log on again when we get there. It's already 11:17. Perhaps I could. Perhaps I could call it as well. Unfortunately, let's see, is there anything else? I think that'll be fine. I think I might just call it. You have a look around real quick. There's a shiny right here. Don't want to go off without the shiny. Alright, there we are. Then in that case, I'll call to the house and unload stuff there. If I can find the right button here. What do I want? I want to go to the abilities and find Call of Kinos. There we are. And that'll call me, you know what, just for fun though, let's just go run over to the chapel first and see if that updates. Would be hilarious. That's the deal. Everything is, of course, great to me since he ran out. Yeah, no update, so I don't know. It's just not working, or maybe I missed a step. Not really sure. Either one could be the case, but regardless, I'll call over to the hall, or the house, if you will, and deposit a bunch of stuff into the depots. Maybe go sell some stuff first in to a merchant, and then probably call it for the night. So, I suppose I can go ahead and stop the stream at this point, and see you guys later. Hopefully you all enjoyed it. It was a pleasure streaming with you as always, and hopefully you can go and give me a follow, and that way you can see the next time that I go live. I don't know if I'll make it on tomorrow. I'm thinking I may not. If I do, it's going to be late. So maybe Sunday before I am able to get back in. I'm not 100% sure. But regardless, you can always contact me on Discord as well. I've been trying to make more of a presence there. I'm not sure how well it's going, but regardless, there are Twitter or X, or whichever you prefer to call it. But regardless, I think I will go ahead and take off, and I will see you hopefully on Sunday, if not before. So, you guys